Hello, this is Dr. Kathy Kirkland with Beautifully Broken Counseling in Pace, Florida. We also have a couple of locations in Tennessee and Manchester and Murfreesboro. If we can help you, give us a call. But we have been talking about conflict. And there's a story in Matthew 20 where the disciples were going and there was a large multitude. And conflict means that something's happened and they need to deal with it or run away from it. But there were two blind men and they were screaming out to Jesus as he walked by, "Hear us, hear us, hear us." And they were making a big to-do and making a lot of noise. And the crowd was rebuking them and saying, "Be quiet, be quiet. We can't deal with this. We can't take care of this. And Jesus is here. Be quiet." But they hollered out all the more, the Bible says. It says they screamed out even more. These are two blind men in a multitude, and they're making such a ruckus that the disciples and the multitude are chastising these two blind men because they're bothering Jesus. And then it says something very significant that I want us to remember about when it comes to conflict. It says Jesus stood still. Did you hear that? Jesus stood still. And then after he stood still, he looked at them and he says, "What can I do for you?" That was it. And they said, "We just want to see." And he gave them their sight, and it says they followed him. You know, in conflict, too many times we don't just stand still. What we do is we react, or we run, or we hide. Sometimes you have to put up a boundary. That's different. But I'm talking about the fact that Jesus gave us an example of what to do in conflict. There are other Bible stories that we will talk about where he did different things in conflict that we can learn about. But in this instance, it says that Jesus stood still. He saw the men and he saw what they were up to, and he asked them, "What can I do for you?" Sometimes all we need to do is just be still and say, "What can I do for you?" And be healed enough that we can actually deal with that. And, you know, it doesn't matter how old we get. There's still times we will make mistakes. There's still times that knee-jerk reactions will happen. But it said Jesus stood still. I hope you have a blessed day. And if we can help you in any conflict, just give us a call. Let us know what we can do for you. And we will get in this office and we will just be still. That's the best thing we can do. Let me just give you a little bit of a shot to my office and as we close today, and then you'll kind of know what it's like here. Okay.